happy Halloween.
Alright, what's going on, guys? Yes, Fortminorproject back at it again in here for another video for you guys for today. And today, yes, is Halloween, and it was pretty crazy seeing a pay-per-view or special, if you want to put it that way, on Halloween. And gonna get right down into it. Especially if you like the video, be sure to leave a like. As always, subscribe if you haven't already, and as well hit that notification bell to stay up to date for all of my videos. And let's get right down into it with WWE Crown Jewel, not in any particular order. And on the kickoff, the only thing that we really did have that I saw on there was the Battle Royal, and to see who will move on to face AJ Styles for the United States Championship within the same night. And with this, we actually not only had the Battle Royal, but also bonus, we also had the 24/7 Championship also be defended as well, where we had R-Truth actually getting it back when he got eliminated and stuff from the Singh brothers. And of course, later on in the night, we were able to have the Singh brothers actually recapture the 24/7 Championship. But in the end, we actually had Humberto Carrillo actually winning the Battle Royal, and which made sense to have someone from Raw be in there. Then getting right into the main card, where we had the WWE Championship match, where we had Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez. And I didn't really fully see the whole fight and everything between the two, since I've been watching UFC on and off, but I was aware of the history behind the two and stuff like that. So I'm actually watching UFC a lot more now and everything, so I've been really enjoying that, becoming really that much big of a fan of UFC. So I was pretty much aware of what I was kind of getting myself into with this match and everything, and I was actually looking forward to it. The build didn't seem far too bad. We having Cain Velasquez, his first time in WWE, and I've been hearing about him wanting to join WWE and everything else and what have you. And pretty crazy for his first match literally being in this type of matchup for the championship. In the matchup, I mean, it was going fine, and it could have lasted a lot longer and everything. It was a little too short and everything. I mean, it's definitely a lot longer than Brock Lesnar and Kofi Kingston, which is sad that was so short, but Brock Lesnar was able to get the win and stuff. And I think Cain Velasquez, I think he's dealing with an injury, last I heard. I could be wrong on that, so I don't know what's really going on with that, so that could be another reason why the match wasn't as long and stuff. But Brock Lesnar as well, WWE champion still, it doesn't really surprise me, I guess, on that. And who knows who's going to be able to take the title off, and could be Cain Velasquez if they have another match. But I'm sure they want to get as well Rey Mysterio back in there to face Brock Lesnar. I can see that happening once, of course, Rey Mysterio is out of the sling and everything. So who knows? I mean, I don't really care for Brock Lesnar being champion and everything, since we don't get to see him far too much. And I'm sure, hopefully, we get to see him at Survivor Series, but hey, that remains to be seen. Then, the next match, we had the Tag Team Turmoil match to see who would be the best in the world, and where we had a trophy there and everything. So in a way, it's kind of like the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic for NXT, but this one for the main roster and everything. And with this one, it actually surprised me when it came down to the OC and the Viking Raiders. I kind of thought Viking Raiders would get it, but the OC were able to get the win, so I can't really complain with that. And I don't know if they're going to have this more often. Maybe they'll have it next time, since we had the Best in the World tournament, where Shane McMahon won that one. Now we got the tag team tournament with the Turmoil match for the trophy. So the OC winning, can't really complain about that, really. So a little bit too sweet, if you will. Then going on with another match that was also on the card, where we had Tyson Fury and as well Braun Strowman. And this one of those matches I didn't really care about. I mean, I give props to Tyson Fury actually going out there and pulling off some pretty cool moves and stuff. And he actually surprisingly got the win over a count out, and Braun Strowman wasn't able to get up to the count of 10 and everything, so that was kind of weird. didn't really get that whole thing, but hey, Tyson Fury gets a win. You know, Braun Strowman definitely does deserve a lot more and isn't really where he should be right now. He should be actually doing, you know, stuff with the main event and stuff like that, something like that, and hopefully we'll see that eventually happen. But you know, with this and everything, wasn't really needed for him and everything. So I mean, I haven't really seen much of Tyson Fury up until this point and everything, so that was really pretty crazy that he actually got the win. Kind of wasn't expecting that, but hey, it happened, so that's just how it is basically. So didn't really care for it, and that's what basically went down for that. So Tyson Fury getting his win. Then with the next match, where we had Mansoor and Cesaro actually going at it, and not about championships or anything like that, just a straight up match between the two, and I really enjoyed this one, definitely for sure. And we don't see Mansoor enough, I feel that way, and hopefully we'll get to see more of him and everything, since he does really well. And Cesaro, we'll see what happens when it comes to him and everything, what else is going to be happening with him. But he didn't actually get the win, and Mansoor once again winning in Saudi Arabia on that one. So Mansoor once again getting a win there. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing him on the main roster or on NXT. Who knows, that remains to be seen, but hopefully we will get to see more of him, because I would like to see that. Then getting into, yes, we had the first ever women's match, which is really cool to see, between Natalya and Lacey Evans. And even though we've seen that matchup before, it's still a really cool moment to see these two actually be in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and actually having the first ever women's match. It wasn't for titles or anything like that. It was just them having a really cool moment, and these two actually have some chemistry, and it's really nice to see Natalya get the win there, and basically have the be Raw versus SmackDown, if you want to put it that way too. So really cool moment. Maybe we'll see other women's wrestling worldwide besides Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, but that remains to be seen. So really cool, awesome moment, definitely for sure. Then one of the other matches that was basically out there, where we had Team Hogan and Team Flair. On this one, not so much of an elimination match, but just a straight up, you know, team versus team matchup, and this was really enjoyable. Everyone going back and forth basically on this one, and Rusev able to finally actually get to beat the crap out of Bobby Lashley, even though the storyline is stupid and isn't really needed, and those two could be doing a lot more. It's nice actually seeing Rusev actually get to beat down on Bobby Lashley, finally go face to face. So I mean, hopefully this whole thing will be over. I don't really care for the storyline, but overall with this match, with the team versus team, Team Hogan and Team Flair, you know, could have went really either or on this one. So Team Hogan actually getting the win, which is fine and fair. Of course, with Roman Reigns actually laying out Randy Orton and everything. So, you know, there you have it with that. So, you know, that was cool. Then, of course, the big match with The Fiend and as well as Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. And with this one, of course, with a Hell in a Cell, with the ending being really bad, and didn't really like how that finish happened and everything, and then just left a bad taste. But with this one, I was really wanting it to be how Hell in a Cell could have been, and it ended up being actually a lot more better. And where was that at Hell in a Cell? And at least there wasn't any stoppage for any reason. We did see, of course, the sledgehammer, but this time it was able to, you know, capitalize, and we didn't have the disqualification, so it was full count anywhere. They went into the crowd for a bit. The mood lighting doesn't really bother me too much. Seeing it again, at least you can see for the most part, so it wasn't really like too out of control crazy, and I'm kind of in a way used to mood lighting, so I guess that's kind of how it's going to be when it comes to The Fiend in his matches. I guess we're probably going to be seeing it like that. Eventually, they made it to the stage and everything where the pyro was and everything, and you know, The Fiend and Seth Rollins able to battle it out there, and The Fiend ended up falling into where the pyro was and everything, which is crazy. Still got up after all of that. Then we had Sister Abigail, and of course, The Fiend is now a SmackDown star is now Universal Champion, so I have questions with this. Is it going to be a trade or something? I don't know how this is going to really work. Is the Fiend going to come over here to Fayetteville for SmackDown, which I got tickets for? Is he still going to be Universal Champion then? I don't really know. So that remains to be seen on how long the Fiend is going to be champion for and on SmackDown, unless, like I said, there could be a trade and he could be traded back to Raw. I don't know, it's going to be really interesting to see how it is. I mean, overall, I'm happy that he is champion. That should have happened at Hell in a Cell, and who knows at this point. So a lot of questions with that. Hopefully, for the love of God, we'll get answered. Who knows? But you know, the Fiend being champion, I am happy about. So I want to see where this goes and how Raw is going to be able to get back the Universal Championship. Probably at Survivor Series, that would make the most sense. So unless, like I said, a trade happens, but who knows? That was overall, in a nutshell, for Crown Jewel. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Leave it in the comment section down below, and we'll talk about it. And if you liked the video, of course, leave a like I mentioned. Subscribe and hit the notification bells to stay up to date for all of my videos. Well, after this one is up. And of course, there's more for next month for AEW for Full Gear, on a review on that, and the Survivor Series, and of course WrestleCade, which is shaping up to be really awesome. You know, some of my favorites as well as Brother Chris's. It's gonna be awesome. So now that we learned literally as of today, as I was watching Crown Jewel, that Ali and Rosemary officially gonna be there, and of course our other favorites from Impact and from a little bit of everywhere basically. So it's like gonna be our WrestleMania of the Indies. So it's gonna be a hell of a dope day in the life video, and it's gonna be awesome. And then of course the week after, I'll be going to Friday Night SmackDown, and I'll do a day in the life for that as well. And first SmackDown in 7 years, which is pretty crazy. That is the last time I actually went to SmackDown in Fayetteville, at least. Anyway, we've been to other house shows and stuff like that during that time, obviously, but it's gonna be interesting and really dope. So looking forward to that. So anyway, that was Crown Jewel, and with my thoughts, what are yours? As always, like I said. So we'll continue that discussion. Hopefully have a really happy Halloween, and until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video, whenever the hell that next video may be. See you then. Peace. Happy Halloween.